Welcome to Seasons Blog. Seasons Weekly, edition number 7. First things first. Rounds number 15 and number 16 of yield distribution completed. $70,409 plus paid in yield so far across 267 nodes. 3,666 plus total holders, up over 20% from 3,054 plus last week. Project, protocol, and token updates. Seas transactions crossed the 20,000 mark, up over 33% since last week, coupled with rising holder and node counts. Seasons is now approaching deep green security territory on QuillCheck, with a score of 76.67%, up over 16% since the previous update. The only other action we can take on our part to improve this score is to remove the transfer fee modification function. But we have intentionally decided against that, keeping the option open for a future change by the DAO through community governance. The token lockup for SEAS has been further increased from 33% to 48% on Fluxbeam, and some of these have a duration of 2+ years to ensure long-term alignment. Gecko Terminal has now verified Seas, offering us the purple badge on their platform. Crypto.com, BitJet, LiveCoinWatch, and various other platforms are now tracking Seas, following our CoinMarketCap listing. Bird-Eye's superchart for $Seas now displays more granular and detailed information about the token, albeit with necessary corrections, which we believe will come along soon. We hosted our first publicly available AMA, answering questions from our community members while sharing fun moments with the team. State of Yield 2026 SOY26, breaking the compression and complexity cycle with Yield 3.0. We published our first of many research report this week, State of Yield 2026 SOY26, diving deep into how global yields have been compressed across TradFi and DeFi over the past 4 decades, what caused it, how it created an exodus to complexity, and how we're building Yield 3.0 to break this cycle. Here's a high-level overview of our findings and thesis. Traditional yield, compressed plus 93% over 4 decades. $150,000 in treasury bonds generated $22,500 annually in 1982 versus $1,500 in 2020. The current normalized rates of 4 to 5% remain well below pre-2008 levels when adjusted for inflation. DeFi promised a respite, but within 2 years, it replicated TradFi's failure as emission-dependent protocols collapsed during bear markets. A PYs compressed over 83% across the ecosystem as the 2020 DeFi summer faded. Both systems share the same fundamental flaws, driving yield primarily from inflation or speculation, and subjecting global yield seekers to 5 key pain points: chronic compression, emission decay, forced complexity, impermanent loss, and protocol risks. 2026 marks the inflection point for a new approach, that is, Yield 3.0, where sustainable fee-based models generate yield from genuine economic activity and can work in any market condition. Seasons is pioneering this paradigm through its 100% fee-based, tokenized yield mechanism, with zero emission decay and an accessible hold-to-earn framework that delivers simple, sustainable yield at scale. Check out the full report for a comprehensive understanding of the past, present, and future of global yields. It's important because if you don't understand yield, you don't understand money, and you become collateral damage to price actions and policies that you can't control. What's cooking and what's coming? Euro-based liquidity pool to make Seas more resilient by reducing the dependence on assets denominated in USD, USDC, or USDT, for instance, while improving accessibility for traders who use or prefer the euro. Our first Galaxy campaign starts on Monday. More details on this soon. Besides these, we are also exploring ways to increase the yield payout modality, so that every distribution round is more exciting for node holders. That's all for this week. Join us for more exciting updates next week. Seize the moment, seize the yield.